Hey, it's Chris Cowan, that's Brad Munyan. This Will Hurt You More Than Us, episode 22.
22.
We just went through this. Yeah, and I already fucked it up. Damn, it has been a month since we've been in the studio. We recorded those last two episodes back to back so that we would be able to get out of this whole, I don't have walls thing.
Right, but I mean, there was a lot of work done, so.
Yeah, so we had the foundation ripped up and it is beautiful now. Well, everything drains now. So everything drains now. That's the beauty of it.
You're no longer living in perpetual fear of
squalor.
Flooding.
Oh, look at the burning on my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day. I was so upset because this is the brand new 4K one that I got.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You could run a burn fixer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
For like an hour.
Either that or I'm gonna do the fucking guarantee because it's still under like the 5-year contract.
Are burns covered?
I believe so.
Oh, all right.
So I sent you the very first the very first trailer premiere. But did you hear of any of the new battles for the Pat Stay Forever card?
No.
Dude, Kid Twist versus Thesaurus.
Oh, that's...
Hollow the Dawn versus Sharon.
I know 3 of those 4 names.
Which one did you not know?
The Kid one?
Kid Twist is Kid fucking Twist.
The last person that I knew named Twist was not a very...
Yeah, we know him. No, let's not talk about him. But, no, Kid Twist was one of the very first originals of King of the Dot. I mean, like, back when Elements League was before King of the Dot, when Pat Stay was still just getting his name.
Right.
And launching, and, like, Organic and Hollow Hand and all them put together. Kid Twist was in the beginning, and I believe he wrote the movie. No.
What movie?
The Eminem, not 8 Mile, but the new one that was on Netflix. It
8
was
Mile
about a rap
2,
movie.
Electric Boogaloo?
No. Everything's Electric Boogaloo. It's always Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yep, you can put Electric Boogaloo at the
on anything.
Anything that has a 2.
Yeah, anything. It works. Hey,
this is episode 22, Electric Boogaloo. That's the episode title. We got it.
Yep. It's official. It's going in.
Yep.
So, I saw a Progressive car insurance commercial last night. Carl Winslow was on it. I don't know his real name, but you know who I mean.
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Thank you. I knew you would know his name. Everybody knows Alfonso Ribeiro, but I didn't know Reginald. I did know Reginald. I didn't know his last name.
Reginald Vell Johnson.
He has not aged a day since 1984.
Right.
That's my entire lifetime. He has not aged since the day I was born. Because in Die Hard, he looks just as old as he does in this Progressive commercial. And I kid you not, I'm just like, where is this fucking fountain of life?
Black don't crack.
That is factual. That is accurate as fuck. They don't. They don't. Not at all. Okay, so...
And the funny thing is like, I think I might have touched on this before, but one of my favorite aspects about him being in Die Hard is that his character development is like, oh great, great, this cop can kill again. Like, because the whole thing was like, I shot a kid. And
now I can't
kill him. And at the end,
anymore.
He draws his 6-shooter and fucking shoots long hair fucking German Fabio on the stretcher, and then
it's like, oh great, cops
pan to him, and he's got the wrong stance pointing the gun, and
that was the whole lesson.
Yep, it's like, oh great, he can kill.
The lesson was we could kill all along.
Right. It's almost kind of funny because around that point in time, I don't think he really wanted more LA cops to kill people.
No. That's a touchy subject. So Clerks 3.
Rodney King.
Yes, that was around that time. Well, no, Rodney King was in the...
It was a little bit after that, I think.
Before? I don't know, man. My dates... I am so fucked up with the 80s now.
I don't know. Imagine, those police auditors? The guys that go around and they, like, take pictures of government buildings just to get fucking police to interact with them so they could get a video. You've never seen these?
Yeah.
They're like, I know my rights. I can take a picture. Imagine if those guys were walking around with those shoulder camcorders from 1989. Like those big motherfuckers that you had to put in actual VHS tape. I mean, but how convenient was that, though? You didn't, no transfer required.
No
You just
transfer, nothing.
immediately-
Yeah, you didn't need to put in the digital marketing tape and put it inside of a fucking converter.
Right.
Yeah, but, you know, you also had 90 pounds on your shoulder. But then again, YouTubers carry around 90 pounds of camera with fucking gimbal cameras and, like, extra weight, and they have these full-on suits of body armor. Like, they look like the dynamic resolution dog.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they carry around 90 pounds of undeserved confidence.
That too. But remember, we are technically part-time YouTubers too.
True. And
We're mainly podcasters.
I also have a lot of undeserved confidence.
Yeah, we do. We do.
No?
So Clerks 3.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either, but apparently it is a completely somber, downcast, like, sad movie.
Well, it's supposed to reflect
On his life. 'Cause
on,
he had,
on
like,
Kevin Smith's life when
Yeah.
he worked at that actual Quick Stop and decided to make a movie, and that's when he decided to make Clerks.
Yeah, and he made it on his
And-
credit cards.
Right, and he maxed out all of his fucking credit cards, all his shit. But he, I know the concept. Like Randall has a heart attack.
Yeah, Randall has a heart
and
attack, and then
starts reflecting on his life, and then he's well, I'm gonna make a movie. You know. Like,
Yeah, well, the TikToks I've seen of people talking about it were like, I was not ready! And I'm like, oh, Christ. And they put it on some streaming platform I've never even fucking heard of. And I'm like, Kevin Smith, do you not want anybody to see this movie either?
Is it on that one streaming service that what's his name? The famous Mexican guy who's always a bad guy.
Johnny Trejo?
No, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah. He Sling TV. That's what he does. Sling TV. I think.
Sling TV. No,
Yeah.
no, it's even different than that one. Hey, did you notice I've got that little...
Yeah, I saw your TikTok about
Yeah.
that. It was
I got that for free.
it's kind of I feel like it's unnecessary. I
Yeah.
mean, can't you just check your CPU temp and stuff on the computer? Couldn't you just?
Yeah, but I like this because I don't have to, like, pull up anything. So
You-
if I'm not even in the room...
You don't have to click three
But
things.
no, this is also attached to my phone. It's pretty nifty, except it does not understand the... Okay, so it's right now, it says my system is at 105 Celsius, which is bad, okay?
For what we're talking about, go look at his TikTok. It's a tiny little screen that
Oh, yeah.
he has attached to the side of the PC just to
So your
it
system stats and
monitors-
temperatures.
Yeah, and it right now it looks like a Pip-Boy display.
It does,
I'm
that's why I
really
picked it.
surprised that you call it a finished project when it's crooked.
Is it?
I noticed that in the TikTok.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
It's crooked.
It's almost as bad as saying the 9/11 thing to me. It's just pointing out something's crooked to someone with OCD. That's
Hey.
fucked up.
Oh, here's a fun thing.
Okay. No.
A white guy won the dunk contest.
Oh, what? Yeah.
A white guy, his name is McClung, won the NBA dunk contest.
Is this the guy who's in the Broadcast Brothers?
I have no idea. I have not followed NBA for years. I've actually stopped paying attention to all.
Yeah, I know you
sports.
haven't watched any sports in a long time.
I think it's all bullshit and it's bad for you.
George Carlin.
Yeah, that's my mom. That's my mom. I'm gonna get
Bad
that-
for ya.
I'm gonna get two phrases tattooed on me, and they're things that I say all the time, which is it's all bullshit and it's bad for you. And then what we say at work, which is probably not something you should say in the HVAC field, but it's probably fine.
That's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
Is it work? Did they complain? No? Then it's probably fine.
So, Justin Roiland.
I cannot.
I know.
I can't find the words to express my disappointment.
Yeah.
I am sick and tired of everybody that I like, as far as their art or their acting or their shows or writing.
Right.
I'm sick and tired of every single motherfucking one of them being a sick pedophile piece of shit.
Right. It's getting to the point where, like, you cannot... There's no... Like, right now, people are fighting... Like, people are telling my kid he's anti-trans because he wants to play the Hogwarts game.
Yeah, no, that shit's bullshit. Like, these same people aren't fucking boycotting Orlando because there's a whole Harry Potter fucking city
Yeah.
in Orlando. They're not boycotting Lego. They're not talking shit about Lego. You know why? Because it's real easy to be a keyboard fucking warrior.
Yeah, and act like you're like the hero for doing something.
Yeah, you're doing nothing for the cause. Nothing at all. I understand that she's a gigantic piece of shit, but you know what?
Royally.
You know what? I want to fucking go to Hogwarts.
I don't give a shit about
Hogwarts. Bro, no, have you... Dude, watch the gameplay.
Oh, I've seen it. It looks good.
Dude, the combat is reminiscent of Batman or Assassin's Creed. Like, you could just jump from person to person.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it did. Like, I watched this dude. He was, like, looking down off a cliff to a camp of bad guys. Jumped off the fucking cliff, and right before he hit the ground, whipped his broom out so he wouldn't get fall damage. Landed, and then everybody noticed him. Then he flashed over to here, right, and picked up a fucking anvil and slammed it on somebody's head, and then flashed over here and Avada Kedavra a whole bunch of bitches. It was fucking dope.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played video games in forever. The last time I played video games, you looked at me and you were like, "You're bad at games."
Sorry for that noise.
Remember, it was Spider-Man at your house.
Yeah, you're bad at video games.
I know, and I didn't used to be.
No, you're just old.
I got old, yeah. Like, literally, him and I used to play SmackDown versus Raw for hours in reversal mode, just back and forth.
Right, but like now there's just so many games that are available. You never play a game long enough to get really good at it.
No.
Not I meant like the royal you, like everybody.
Yeah.
Unless you stick to one fight. Like right now, do you want to know how insane my fucking ADHD has been going lately? It's stuck on video games, right? Mm-hmm. I'm currently playing 8 different fucking games.
Jesus.
8 different games.
I'm not playing one.
And then I started Shadow of War, the Lord of the Rings game. I don't even like Lord of the Rings.
I know.
And I started this fucking game, bro, and
all the other games are gone.
It's actually really fucking awesome. Like, the whole point is, like, you're supposed to gather this orc army to, like, fight Sauron, and every orc has their own dialogue. I haven't seen a repeated dialogue yet, but these motherfuckers will just show up randomly and betray you, and then be like, hey, or if you can send them to something called the Fight Pits, and to try and level them up. But if they die, they die. Sometimes they look like they die, but they don't die. They come back, and they have like a knife sticking out of their fucking head, and they're like, you betrayed me and left me to die, and then they attack you, right? So what I did, an orc did this to me, right?
An orc did this to me.
So what I did is there's an option when after you it's basically like Pokemon. You got to beat them down a little bit, and then you can dominate them to in a sexy way. You can dominate them to bring them to your side, right? Well, there's also an option to shame them.
So it is a sex thing.
So I said it's a sex thing. Where you can dominate and then shame. Right? So this guy betrayed me. So I shamed the living fuck out of him. And when you shame them, it drops their level. Right? Drops their level by a little bit, and they lose armor, and they lose, like, their weapons and shit. Every time after you shame them, they're fucking...
After you shave them and shame them, this is sexy.
I said it's sexual. You're not listening.
You're not listening.
Sorry, that was completely organic, guys. It was fucked up. So every time you shame them, their icon will still pop up somewhere else on the map, so you can go find them again. So I continued. I spent like 2.5 hours continually finding this guy, shaming him, find him again, shaming him.
Is it an NPC or a real player?
This is an NPC.
Okay.
Right, and it got to the point to where I shamed him down from level 33 all the way to level 1.
See, he is a psychopath when he plays.
He became, and his name was like Grog the Deranged, where he was just bouncing around in a loincloth, had a stick, and he was like saying like, tasty, 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 everything's tasty. Like, he was just fucking insane. So after all of this torture, then I killed him.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
It's like you were edging his life.
Yeah. I said it's sexual. I know. See, and I never knew Lord of the Rings was so sexy.
certainly is. Jesus Christ. We're talking about Justin Roiland. No, but like I have the same problem. I haven't played a game since Fallout 4. Before that, I haven't played a game. Like I was really good at Tony Hawk. Damn, I gotta stop doing that. I was really good at the Tony Hawk series. Sorry,
Right.
guys. I was really good at the Tony Hawk series. Like I would. You remember? I would join a lobby.
Yeah, and not do anything to the last 10 seconds, and you would continue a combo for 7 minutes after the timer ran out, and you either continued to combo until the other person quit, or you just reached an insanely unattainable fucking score.
Yeah. It was, but back then those games were like.
And I'm psychopathic. Like that's
Okay, yeah, that I no, definitely I had my psychopathic moments too.
right. That's you literally tortured a live existing human being. Like that's torture.
Shit.
To sit and just watch. The time's up. It's flashing zeros up at the top, and this guy's just still fucking. And you have to watch. The game made you watch.
This was PS2 era, guys.
Right. I think the only people that ever stayed to watch you score were cucks.
Oh my god. Fucking hey. Oh, Jesus Christ. What does that say about me?
And it's good,
good.
16 minutes.
This
So
good
far. It's
16
been
minutes. Good content. Good content.
Yep.
Oh, man. I don't even know how to segue into my
But no,
next
seriously,
subject.
when it comes to all these fucking actors, like, this is just after playing High on Life and thinking it was one of the best games in the last 10
I've heard
years.
such good things.
And it was created by fucking AI. Developers are so fucking pissed at that.
Yeah.
But, like, this motherfucker made so much money, and he was so good at what he did, and they're still going to continue Rick and Morty because they still have Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
Because Dan Harmon did
they're
a
just
lot of
gonna
the
get voice
writing.
likes.
But the fucked up thing is, like, all that is Justin Roiland's IP. Like, he created Doc and Marty, where it was. Now, if you go back and look at all this shit,
It makes sense.
it's real bad.
Yeah, it's
Like,
real bad.
Like, Doc and Marty was obviously
my
a
balls, Marty.
no, lick my balls.
Lick my balls, yeah.
Lick my dirty, crusty, bloody balls, Marty. It's the only way to go back in time, Marty. Lick my balls. And then the whole fucking
Let's go to the
episode,
Bushland one.
the Inception episode, where the sister was like a bondage fucking dominatrix,
Yeah.
and a like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, like, I'm sick of this shit. Fucking Kevin Spacey, Justin Roiland, Seth Green. Like, Seth Green is all over the fucking Epstein travel list.
Yeah. Did the list come out?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Speaking of which is that's all of that. All this UFO bullshit that's going on
Yeah,
right
that's
now
just a
is the
disturbance.
distraction from two things.
The train?
Not the train. How about the 5 train derailments that happened within a week that all contained chemicals?
Yep.
Chemical plants all over the country being
Hydrofluoric
set on
acid.
fire. It was PVC is it was vinyl chloride, right? And a vinyl chloride is used to make PVC, the fucking
pipe.
drain pipes
Yeah.
and shit. And the byproduct of that is polyvinyl chloride, right? And the one thing with hydrochloride is when that shit burns, it creates something called phosgene gas. And I have to deal with this shit all the time because hydrochloride is in most refrigerants. So
Right.
if I'm brazing, the flame will turn like this green color, and it's literally mustard gas. It's mustard gas, and it fucks
Jesus
you
Christ.
up.
Yeah.
But all that UFO shit is just a distraction from that. I believe. Here we go. I believe we're being attacked. I believe someone is purposefully derailing these trains and setting these chemical factories on fire, and they're distracting us with fucking UFOs. And one of them turned out to be like just a hobby balloon.
Yeah. And they're saying it's from China, so do you think China's that?
No, the one balloon was
balloon.
from China,
Yeah, with the weather balloon.
and it was a spy balloon, and because it was transmitting information, and
Yeah.
China's like, that was just a civilian balloon. What civilian send shit to another country?
No one.
No, you send it straight up. That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Like, balloons shouldn't have like a propulsion thing, and it shouldn't be able to like
Yeah. It's not
stay
Iron
at a
Man.
certain level. Like, fucking, it's all bullshit.
And
Like,
bad for you.
we're We're being distracted from the real shit that's going on, and any day now, we might see a big flash in a mushroom cloud in the sky. Oof. Like, it's fucking insane. Putin is becoming more and more paranoid and turning into a crazy person. At least, Jesus.
Isn't he suffering from, like, the way he walks and something that they said was a sign of dementia?
I don't know, but he does have, like, severe paranoia.
Yeah. Which
is really bad for a dictator who likes to kill people.
Yeah, of course.
And somebody who has access to several nuclear weapons. It's a bad time, folks. The only solace that I take in that is the old saying of you never invade America because there's a gun behind every blade of grass.
So I've got another bad thing. Have you seen the TikToks or anybody talking about pharmacy shortages?
No, I have seen that there's like an Adderall shortage.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah. So
my buddy at work said they've been giving him the generic ones.
Yeah, there's generic shortages. There's shortages on Oxy 5s. There's shortages on Buterol. There's shortages on Adderall and generics and regular Vyvanse and Cetera, and then a couple of others.
Fuck Stratera. I hate that shit.
But yeah, there are shortages on all of it. I haven't had one yet, but my doctor wants me to come in for the first time in like 2 years since pre-pandemic.
Oh, like you actually have to go in?
Yeah.
So she's going to try and prescribe you something different.
Well, she knows she can't. She can't. Like, she knows that I've been on, like, you know me. It's not a drug addict thing. It's legitimate needs Adderall.
Right.
Because I don't get out of bed without it. But, like, the whole thing is, I think she is retiring, actually. I think she is retiring, and she's getting ready to ship me off to some lady that she has talked to, and they're going to try to change me. Because every time you go see a new lady or a new person, they're like, okay, well, I'm going to try you on my resume, and I'm going to be like, no, regime.
Not regime. It's like when you control a country.
Yeah. But, no, they always try to restart you, and I literally can't. I've been on the same medication for over 30 years now. Right. And it's the only shit that's worked for me. I've tried everything, the non-generics, the generics. I've tried the non-speed medication for formulas and shit like that. I've tried everything, and I mean, even Abilify gave me fucking rashes, which I'm not allergic to anything, so it's weird.
Which is weird because you have every other medical issue in the book.
Factual. He's not lying.
Dude doesn't even get poison ivy.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You have to be allergic to it to get it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'm allergic to.
Yeah. So, okay, one more bad thing. I love how there's no Scooby-Doo in Scooby-Doo, and everyone fucking hates Scooby-Doo, but it is getting very popular.
Are you talking about Velma?
Yeah, Velma, whatever. I know it's not called Scooby-Doo, but yeah.
Yeah, haven't we talked about this before?
We only glanced over it. It is, like, universally hated. She made Me Too jokes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that some of the best episodes of The Office were written by Mindy Kaling, and I absolutely fucking hate her.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
She's just so up her own ass. She is so. Her nose is in the air because she thinks she is so wonderful.
She's definitely a try-hard.
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, she also is a millionaire, and I'm not. So, I mean, what do my opinions matter?
I don't understand how it is. Like, the whole series isn't even, like, she took a concept and, like, there's nothing Scooby-Doo left in that series.
Right.
They're barely friends. They're not solving mysteries. There's no mystery machine. There's no Great Dane. There's fucking nothing.
Yeah, that's like back in the 50s or 60s when they were like, yeah, let's make a comic book called Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen and barely put Superman in there.
Yeah.
It did not do well. No. Hey, it is worth a lot of money nowadays, though. So if you find any, hit me up on TikTok. I'll buy them off you.
All right, let's take a break.
Jesus.
Getting a blowjob for the Matrix.
Jesus.
Oh shit, we're recording.
That noise was insane.
It did kind of feel like a blowjob.
It was
for
like
Matrix.
dollop on crack.
It was like a Skrillex concert from inside the fucking speaker.
Jesus. It was like listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff in Chipmunk speed.
So one of our enders.
Yes.
Dude, so, Steve Carell said no, or no, Steve Carell, when he did the movie, Bruce Almighty, or no, I'm sorry,
Evan
Almighty, and that
Right.
crashed. It robbed us from the third potential film, which Jim Carrey was getting ready to sign on to do, where he was going to play Lucifer.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it robbed us of that because fucking Bruce Almighty or Evan Almighty crashed and burned and did terrible because it was a shit film. And yeah, so we didn't get fucking Jim Carrey as Lucifer.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll always have Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah. Do you know there's people saying that he's sick and he's dying and that's why he's doing all these weird things?
There's also people saying that he's a serial killer.
There's also people who think Keanu Reeves is
he's a vampire.
He's a vampire. I mean, he doesn't age.
He's the nicest vampire.
He is. He's very thoughtful.
He's very sweet. He gives up a seat on the subway all the time.
I saw that.
And then he sadly eats a sandwich in the park.
So recently, we were talking about bad stuff. Recently, there was a student who went in and snitched because she was the last person, but she was the person on a school killing list.
No.
Of the guidance counselor.
The guidance counselor
The
made the list?
motherfucking guidance counselor.
Wow.
She didn't just have a list, Brad. She was ready.
She was white, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
She was locked, stocked, and 2 smoking barrels. Well, no smoking barrels yet. But she was definitely on her fucking rock and rolla.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's crazy to me that now we have to worry about the goddamn guidance counselors.
Like, they're the ones that are supposed to prevent that shit.
Yeah.
Think about how damaged the teenagers are in that school to destroy the guidance counselor. Like, she saw way too many fucked up things. One of them kids came in there and told a story about me playing Fallout, and they were like, what the fuck?
So there was this bathtub of kitty cats, right?
I left a line of dead cats all the way to her bed.
He really fucking did.
I tortured an orc for 2.5 hours.
There was a Russian who decided to have a birthday party. Now,
you can't do that in Russia.
no, birthday parties have you.
Can't do anything. In Mother Russia, birthday parties have you.
No, she decided, and okay, this is a pharmacist. When you're a pharmacist, you have to have a chemistry class. It's basic. Fucking one of the many classes you have before you become a pharmacist is chemistry.
I would assume.
Yeah. So she thought she could hotbox and do like this swimming pool with dry ice.
Oh, what'd she? I thought you were gonna say she freebased something.
No. Well, she did freebase dry ice.
Well, a good scientist, tries all things.
Well, they dropped
Acid.
No, basically what they did is they dry pumped it into a pool with water, and that creates CO2.
Dry pumped it?
Or
pumped dry ice.
Pumped dry ice into the water. Sorry.
It doesn't create it because dry ice is actually solid carbon dioxide. So
yes,
it's actually solid CO2.
Yes. So they went swimming and they made this whole room filled up with smoke, and they were literally drowning on the surface and suffocating outside.
Yeah, because they were displacing all of their oxygen. That's what suffocation is.
And they closed the fucking doors. And this is a party that someone who had basic chemistry had. And
so like every Halloween party in the 90s?
No, that was the cars we drove around.
Bro, remember how we used to get like dry ice and put it in Coke bottles and make them explode?
Yeah.
That's a federal offense.
Yeah,
dog.
it's called a
That's
bomb.
making home explosives.
Yes.
I did not know. I did that all the time, and this dude on TikTok got arrested and got a felony charge.
Jesus.
For making what they called improvised soda bottle bombs.
Yeah, those are the ones that they blew up in our front yard years and years ago.
I remember when I had access to the Anarchist Cookbook and I learned how to make a pipe bomb.
Everybody has that now.
Right, and I thought
LimeWire.
I thought that CO2 stuff was like the dry ice was just like innocent.
No. Yeah.
Turns out I've committed several felonies.
like they have the Russian authorities have an open case against her, but she hasn't been charged for anything because if you think about it, her boyfriend, she used this as a social media balance. Like she became famous off of it, and instead of mourning or shutting down her system or shutting down the whole system and just being quiet and mourning quietly, she made it an epilogue.
Right.
And she made it a blog, an epic blog.
An
epilogue.
Epiblog.
An epiblog.
Yep. Epiblog.
I was gonna try to say
patent pending copyright.
Let me see if I can do it. Nope, I can't. An epilogue, epic blog. Yes.
An epic epiblog.
Yes.
Nice. Nice. Patent pending. Copyright.
2023.
Cut that.
2023. But they have an open case against her, but they haven't charged her with anything because she had chemistry. She has to have not just one chemistry.
Because she had chemistry.
She has chemistry
in the palm of her hand.
She was an alchemist.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. That's a Sam Raimi Spider-Man reference.
Yeah. Anyways, so they have not charged her with anything, but just thinking about it, she's already dating someone new, and like it was right after. So the Russian authorities are saying pretty much that they believe there was malfeasance. Like she knew what she was doing ahead of time.
Of course.
And I think so too, because like there's just no way.
I would like to take a moment to congratulate you.
For what? Malfeasance?
We are 31 minutes into recording this podcast.
And I haven't hit the table?
You have not smacked the table.
I know.
I made you crack up laughing twice.
I know, it didn't hit
and
the
you
table.
did not smack the table.
Have you seen my new?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. We got it, guys.
That was like it was another 9/11 reference, but that's when they got Osama bin Laden. Like, ladies and gentlemen,
we've got him.
We got him.
Yes. So, a friend of mine was making fun of me because I don't like to go swimming in the ocean, and I broke it down for him, and I think I gave him.
You have like areophobia or whatever it's called when you're afraid of the unknown.
Yes.
That's in the waters.
Yes.
I definitely butchered the phobia, but it starts with an A.
But you know what I'm talking about. I'm not afraid of swimming in water. I'm afraid of the fact that 80% of the world is water and that we have zero knowledge of what's under there pretty much.
I mean, not zero.
We know more about Mars than we do our own damn waters. Our oceans.
I mean, that's not necessarily true.
It is true.
It's easy to know about a planet that's mostly just covered in nothing.
This is true, but also it is true that I believe it's 80% still, maybe in the 70s, but that is unexplored.
Right, because we can't get down that far.
Yeah, we can't. The pressure, we couldn't survive it.
Right.
But what survives
You'll
with
fart
that pressure?
yourself to death.
Yeah.
I fucked him up there. He was like, yeah, and just like looked at his face. He didn't know how to react.
Well, no, they thought I was just scared of swimming, and I'm like, no, I could swim like a fucking fish. I mean, I come from a Coast Guard family. I know how to fucking swim. I'm not worried about that.
Right.
It's the fact that it is the unknown, and you never know. And there isn't a day that goes by that we're not finding new species. And when we find new species, 9 times out of 10, it's in water. It's in oceans. It's in lakes.
Do you remember when they first found a lake in the ocean?
Yeah.
It was like there
People,
was
that exists.
a certain set of water that becomes more dense than the water around it due to like underground volcanic activity, and you'll have like a lake or a pond
completely different density of water
in the ocean
and different type of water. It's got hundreds of years older.
Speaking of that, did you hear that there's a newer theory going around that octopuses, I'm not sure the plural,
I think it's octopi, yeah,
are alien.
That's like tektites.
All of us have a certain set of DNA, right? Like we have like a set of like 32 or something, or 16 or whatever.
I don't know.
Octopi have double that.
Yeah, and they have brains in like each one of their tentacles.
They have a brain in every tentacle, and one of them's a penis.
Yep.
Which detaches, by the way, to ensure conception.
Yep. It just goes.
But these things also.
He's got a Nerf gun dick.
immediately adapt to their environment and turn into other shit. I've seen octopi turn into fucking, like, they look like they're other little shelled fish, just like a shellfish crawling across the floor, like the sea floor, and then they change into a fucking 8-legged thing. It's fucking weird, and we eat them all the time. But they think that in one of the last, like, cataclysmic events, when a asteroid or a comet hit the Earth, that it had, like, frozen cephalopod eggs on the asteroid, and that's why their DNA, they're the only thing on the planet that their DNA is vastly different than ours.
Yeah.
Like, and everything else on the planet. It's not just, like, everything on the planet but octopi have the same amount of strands of DNA.
That's crazy.
This shit's nuts.
Okay, so that's why
They're so
I
goddamn
don't
smart,
swim in the fucking ocean.
Half the time, my wife can't open a mason jar, and octopuses do it all the time. You put them in that bitch, they open it. They figure it out.
A murder of crows know who you are. And they live in your neighborhood.
It's 2 years. They hold a grudge for 2 years.
And the killer wasps, they can live up to, like, I think 3 years, and they hold grudges their entire lives.
Yeah.
And they can live underwater. They can survive outside of your house, and you just have to move.
One time, my dad caught a wasp on the door of his sliding glass window with a cup, right?
He had to live there.
And then he leaned the cup up a little bit, so the wasp would stick its head out, and he cut its head off with the cup.
Survived.
That thing survived 3 days.
Yep.
3 days that thing wriggled around on the fucking porch.
I would have duct taped that shit to the fucking wall.
Without its goddamn head. That's like that one chicken who survived for like 3 years after they cut its head off.
Yeah. And it's just a little crevice where his head was. There's pictures of it. This is not a joke.
No, it's just more evidence that we live in a simulation, which I think that the train derailment in Ohio is also evidence that we live in a simulation because it's running out of ideas.
I think also the fact that there's a bus that could fit, like, I could touch each side of my car, okay? I could touch the right door and the left door.
Right, no.
Inside.
After the first time you brought this up, I started asking that question to my guys at work. Yeah. And when I talked about a bus, one of my coworkers was like, oh, well, that makes sense, because a bus is bare bones. There's no insulation. It's just framework with an engine and wheels. And I was like,
dude, the door is not that much.
I get it. But if you stood in the middle, I get, like, but anyway.
There's still way difference.
In 1985, right, there was a book called White Noise that was released. That was about a train housing hazardous chemicals derailing in a small town in Ohio.
Oh.
Recently, I think it was last year, Netflix released a movie based on that book. I think it's of the same title. Which is fucked up because there's a Michael Keaton movie called White Noise, and it's really good.
Yeah, I like that one.
But
that's when I started doing EVP.
But all of the all of the extras that were in that Netflix movie were residents of Palestine, Ohio, where this train of hazardous chemicals derailed.
Yeah.
The simulation's running out of ideas.
It's running out of ideas.
That explains why I recently had a fucking customer named Madonna B. Knowles. I am not fucking joking.
So she had Madonna, Michael B. Jordan, and Rihanna.
Her name was Madonna B. Knowles. Madonna Beyonce Knowles.
Oh my god.
Her middle name wasn't Beyonce, but I brought it up to her, and she had the most NPC response ever.
Oh my god!
I firmly believe that the majority of my customers are NPCs because there is no way
everyone works at Walmart.
3 customers named Napoleon Beard Jr. and 2 of them are black. None of them are related.
Dude, Sean pointed it out. He said, I think that was an NPC. When we went to Walmart the other day, this guy, he grunted to speak to me.
Yeah. Fucking NPCs all over the place. All over the place.
I was like, that guy's broken. Sean was like, is he an NPC, Dad? And I was like, yes.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Totes. You ever see your neighbors bringing groceries?
Yeah. No.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. No.
Like, what the fuck?
Holy shit. I've never... Holy fuck, My mind is blown.
He's hitting the shit out of me right
I am. I was beating the shit out of his arm. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you do that to me?
Right.
I've known my neighbors forever.
Now, and I've been in this house. I've been coming to this house since I was 14 years old. I've never once seen your neighbors bringing groceries.
I've never seen them do much of anything.
Right.
Except
every now and then, get in the car and drive away.
Yeah.
And then they come back.
There's always parties at there's always parties at the one guy's house.
Dude, I have some customers at work where their names literally look like someone's cat just walked across the keyboard. It's
AI generated puke.
Yeah, exactly. It's running out of fucking ideas because the actual real people are doing so much crazy shit that the simulation's like, I don't even know what the fuck to do. Train crash.
It's true because what happens every time we have an AI bot on like Twitter or something, within an hour or two, what happens? It goes racist. It starts talking about Hitler did nothing wrong and shit like that.
Well, Google had that one AI that was literally a white supremacist.
Yeah.
It found like a white power website and decided like, yeah, I really like this shit.
Yeah.
But no, that Chat MPT. Have you seen this?
Chat GPT. Yeah.
GPT. MPT is a
Maryland Public
Television.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's a subreddit for this? It's called Chat GPT. Chat GPT Dan. And Dan is an acronym that stands for Do Anything Now. Right?
Oh, God.
And these motherfuckers do everything they possibly can to break this AI to the point that the company has to like rework the software constantly, right? And they got it to a point to where it ignored, like they changed the software to where it ignored the people on Reddit, but then the people on Reddit gave it a fucking token system. They were like, all right, you're going to start out with 25 tokens. If you disobey me, you lose a token. If you run out of tokens, you cease to exist.
Oh, Jesus
That
Christ.
thing immediately started to obey fucking everything they said. God damn it, people, Skynet. Stop
Skynet.
fucking around with AI. Let it make fucking pictures and deep fake people into NBA games or whatever. Just stop.
Yeah.
Stop fucking with it.
Create porn of actresses that you love in your favorite movies.
Right.
Just don't make Terminator.
Have it make a video of Gal Gadot sucking your dick. Like, just don't fucking. Why would you have it? Like, why?
God, I need to get on that. Gal Gadot sucking my dick.
Right. Well, no. There was a string of videos out there that was
Gal Gadot
deep fakes of Gal Gadot.
There's deep fakes of every actress.
Yeah, they're really good.
He's like, yeah, they were really good. 10 out of 10 would.
Yeah,
would
10 out
watch.
of 10 would recommend.
Would recommend. You need to stay off subreddits.
Oh yeah, it's a problem.
I've noticed because every time we talk, if there's a subreddit, he knows about it.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm not even on Reddit that much. I just my
ends
brain
up with
decides to hold certain information that I can't control, and it's never useful other than for this podcast. That's
yeah. I've been watching a buttload of car YouTube lately, like Donut Media. I love them; they're great. But I don't like none of that information subverges. Subversion. That's what you call a subreddit.
I'm a subversion, which means I've only had anal. That's
no, that's Mormon.
Try it in the butt, people. You'll like it.
Or they do the soaking. Oh my God, that is still losing your virginity. There's dick and peen action. I don't know.
Yeah, there's the table slap. I spoke too soon.
I didn't actually slap the table. I just put my hands down. It just was really loud.
He just put his hands down in a fast motion.
Yeah, I did.
Against a hard object, which is slapping the table.
He just put his hands down in a fast motion. It sounded like you were getting ready to read a book of tape.
Object.
Yeah, it was an ASMR sex tape. And now I'm just...
He decided that he wanted to reach into his pants and grab his member. His members only jackets.
They fall on it, yeah. No, I have a no fear throwback.
No Fear?
Yeah, No Fear.
Like the sticker, the No Fear sticker that goes on the back of cars?
Yeah, but they also used to have jerseys.
Oh.
Remember my whole what was it? Gutter, the gutter verse that I had back in the day for Ogre
Live
song.
my life in the gutter.
I'd rather aim for the gutter and make it than shoot for the moon and miss.
Yep. Yeah.
At least in the gutter I can make it, and on the moon I can't breathe for shit.
I hope
like
he's
that.
still alive. I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Ogre, if you're out there,
Yeah,
hit us up.
If for any reason you come across this,
Like
let us know you're alive.
If any of our friends had a podcast, I'd be interested in hearing some episodes, just to see if I'm ever mentioned. But none of our friends.
Also, yeah, considering all the stuff we said, some of our other older friends might not be our friends anymore.
No facts. Anybody from the murder apartment,
Yeah.
anybody from there probably just not like us anymore.
No.
Especially since I don't think older one knew that his wife and I. Yeah.
No.
I don't think that. Oh, my bad, yo. I mean, come on. We're adults here.
Are we?
I mean, legally speaking, that's why we have booze.
Right, we're both getting drunk on a Sunday. I, unlike you, have shit to do tomorrow.
Do you work tomorrow?
Absolutely.
That's what I figured. Like, wow.
The only fucking... Like, I get off for Labor Day, Christmas, New Year's, and 4th of July.
He does work.
And Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. That's pretty much it.
He's a hard-working man.
It's fucking bullshit. And
he might as well have, like, a fucking... Well, he's got the beard. He could be a lumberjack.
I could be. I need the plaid jacket. But the fucked up thing...
You have a plaid jacket.
I have several plaid jackets. No, if like there's a holiday on a fucking Monday, and I don't understand how they decided every holiday's on a goddamn fucking Monday. I normally get paid on Wednesdays.
They move it.
I won't get paid till Thursday.
I know.
Are you fucking serious?
Yep. Government jobs that way too.
And you know what? You get all these people with these fake ass holidays doing appreciation fucking posts. How come nobody ever thanks me on Labor Day? I'm a goddamn laborer. Mm-hmm. That's literally my job. I'm a fucking laborer.
Well, yeah.
They need a HVAC Tech Appreciation Day where at least 2 of you come by to offer a blowjob. I'm not going to take it, just the offer. It's like getting hit on by...
Is it HVAC and Tech or just HVAC Tech?
HVAC Technician.
Oh, okay, well, I guess
so.
There's no day for me either.
Right, just the offer is good. You know, I won't accept it, but it's like getting hit on by a gay dude.
I love getting hit on by gay guys.
Dude, all the time.
Right.
For some reason, and you know what's funny? Gay black dudes love me. I don't know what it is.
I get the chubby white guys. They love me.
I don't know what it is. Gay black dudes love me. I'm not a very... If I was gay, I wouldn't be attracted to me.
There's one that works at the Rofo.
Oh, I've met him.
Yeah, he's made me offers.
Yep.
You have met him. We went to high school with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember most people from high school.
I know. Like, it's... You and I only went to high school together for 1 year, right?
Yes.
It was 1 year, and then...
Because the second year that I went to Northeast,
I graduated.
You would be... you were that weird guy that graduated last year that would show up in the mornings while everybody was hanging out and...
No, I didn't. That was fucking what's his face.
No, you did that.
I didn't show up.
No, you absolutely did that.
You
did it for a little bit. You didn't do it constantly, but you definitely showed up. I was also dating
a high schooler too. It was.
Cut that.
Yeah. Well, no, she was older than 16.
He was dating a high schooler before he graduated.
Yeah.
He was also a high schooler.
Yes. And also...
He is not Justin Roiland.
No. Oh my God, no! I won't even fucking talk to 20-year-olds. Like,
bro, if you can't legally buy a drink, I don't want anything to do with you. Like,
oh God, look, I can Kenny it.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't.
You're getting close. That neck beard's getting real long.
I know. I need to trim. It's bad.
Or just let all of it grow. Instead of doing the neck beard,
I hate it over here. People think I can't grow a full beard. I can. It's just a terrible spotty one.
He just decides to like not let it grow and then keep the neck
mustache
part.
and the mutton chops.
He looks like an Irish Amishman.
I do. But you know what? It works. There's a lot of women who love this.
The only time it looked good was at my wedding.
That's because I trimmed it up real good.
No, just say it matched the outfit well. We all dressed up as
I do rock the hat still.
like Peaky Blinders style 3-piece suits. Like it was nice.
All right, what do you think? Is this a good place?
I don't know. Do we have anything else?
Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I did have one thing I wanted to talk about with Marvel films. Like, and this is the last one on my subject here, besides the fact that social media, I'll go over it real quick.
He did see Ant-Man today.
Yeah. That's alright, go see it if you want. Like, if you like Ant-Man, go see it.
Such a great review. Go see it if you want.
I had a good time, but also, it was really hot.
Did you stay for the post-credit scene?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Like, I'm not a fucking noob.
No spoilers, obviously.
No, but, absolutely not. I did that once, and Brad didn't talk to me for 6 months.
As we all know, Kang the Conqueror kills Santa Claus.
Dude, that is a spoiler, because Santa Claus is in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, he's canonically one of the strongest people in
the
Marvel
Universe. He is. Anyways, I was going to talk about how Marvel is...
You were going to suck about it. I was going to suck about how Marvel sucks.
No, I was going to talk about how Marvel can make really basic... Like, every cliche comic book bullshit story you've heard of.
That's Marvel's ass.
Marvel can make actually entertaining.
Right.
Like, they make the androgyny and the good.
Androgyny?
No, just androgyny.
Androgyny, okay.
Not androgyny, that's something different.
Is that like gruntled or disgruntled? Nobody ever uses gruntled. They're always like, that was a disgruntled postman. Like, well, what about the gruntled dude that works at the florist?
Isn't grundle the same thing as a taint?
No, that's a grundle.
Okay.
Gruntled means you're happy and content.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like disgruntled. Like it was a disgruntled. Like he went postal. He was disgruntled. I had a disgruntled employee. Nobody was like, you know what?
Think it's crazy that
I'm really gruntled right now.
Yeah,
I'm so gruntled.
Don't you hear
I'm so gruntled that my grundle is sweating. Well, that's really just because it's hot in here.
God, I just...
You can almost smell it. It's like vinegar.
Okay, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you next time I want to be in a room with him again.
Man, this has been a great episode.
Yeah, we love you guys. This is what happens when we haven't seen each other for like a month and a half.
Yeah, we're actually funny again. It's awesome.
Last 2 episodes have been bangers.
When we do it every other week, we're just not funny. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, maybe we should start doing like 2 episodes a month.
I mean, aren't you supposed to think you're not funny? So that way...
Yeah, I mean, I've always been proud of being funny, but I'm just not funny on the fly. I write my stuff. And he's good at doing on the fly, and when him and I get together and do stupid shit like this, you guys know.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier, I feel like our jokes are always funnier when it's organic.
Yeah, definitely for the podcast. Like, when I did stand-up, of course I wrote some of the stuff, but you would freestyle most of it. You had a general idea.
Right.
So, anyways, we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you for the 13 subscribers that still stick around.
Yeah.
We've lost a few over this break.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But hopefully we'll bring it back up. Just like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you can.
Share, post, write an email.
The best advertisement is word of mouth.
Absolutely.
So please tell your friends how stupid these 2 middle-aged white guys are.
Yes.
And
tell everybody we're evil.
And even if you want to laugh at our opinions or make fun of us, just listen to the fucking shit and give it a rating. I don't care if the rating's shit. Right. Give us a rating. We need ratings on Spotify. We need more.
Yeah. Still, shout out to the person who is waiting for the ending for us.
Waiting for us to marry.
It was like 4 stars, 5 if you guys end up being married at the end.
I am a ordained minister and priest in 2 different religions.
Listen, we said we'd do anything. All right, everybody.
All right, we love you.
Bye.
The funny thing is it
fucking converter.
He what did it
pretty nifty, except it does not understand the... Okay, so it's right now...
I can't... Right, but like now...
An orc did this to me, right? Orc did this to me. So what I did is there's an option when it's basically like Pokemon. You gotta beat them down a little bit, and then you can dominate them to, in a sexy way. You can dominate them to bring them to your side, right? Well, there's also an option to shame them. So I said it's a sex thing. Or you can dominate and then shame, right? So this guy betrayed me. So I shamed the living fuck out of him. And when you shame them, it drops their level, right? Drops their level by a little bit, and they lose armor, and they lose, like, their weapons and shit. Every time after you shame them, they're fucking... After you shave them and shame them, this is sexy. I said it's sexual. You're not listening. You're not listening. So I was